Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Thursday, November the 5th market update. On the economic front, the U.S. weekly jobless claims were 512,000, beating the forecast of 523,000. Between that and the Cisco earnings after the market closed yesterday, that pretty much spurred the huge rally we had today. Oil was down 78 cents today to settle at 79.62 a barrel. The US dollar ETF, UUP, had some interesting action today, so let's go take a look at that. So if you noticed here on the UUP 3-month chart, this big candle, we were as high today as 23.15. This thing was like, what was the heck was going on during the day? I was trying to figure that up. Normally the market, of course, will go down when the dollar's going up. So let's go over and take a look at Bloomberg. So actually what happened is they actually had to halt the trading of UUP today for about 45 minutes because they ran out of shares, basically. So they had to seek permission from the SEC and the other regulatory authorities to register another 100 million shares. So I guess that's what was going on. They were basically ran out, and then once they opened back up, it's like it was just incredible. So if you want to read that article, you can do a search over at Bloomberg on UUP, and you can find it says the Deutsche Bank dollar bullish ETF runs out of shares. All right, let's go over and take a look at the gold and silver ETFs. So gold was down 12 cents, basically traded sideways on the day, kind of like yesterday. There's just, there's buying and selling. We're pretty close to equal. Not sure which way the gold and silver's headed right now. Same way with SLV, the silver ETF. Another sideways day. If we can continue to go sideways for a couple of days and then go up, that would be very bullish. We'll have to wait and see. The MACD, typically when I use this MACD here, and once this line crosses above this downtrend line, then I'll be much more bullish. Until then, I'm not sure which way it's going. So let's go over and take a look at the Dow chart. The Dow closed up 203 points to 10,005. The S&P closed up 20 points to 1,066, and the Nasdaq closed up 49 points to 2,105. The Nasdaq had the largest percent gain at 2.42%, thanks in part to Cisco's earnings and John Chambers' take on the future of tech. He basically said, "The future's so bright, you gotta wear shades." He didn't really say that, but he was pretty optimistic. So take a look at the Dow chart. Another big candle, like I had over here. I mean, this has been really pretty volatile here. We've got the market's getting volatile again. So once we can actually close above this, say 10,100, above the previous trend line that was broken, I'll be much more bullish. But until we take that out, we could actually go push right up into the 10,100 area and get rejected, turned down. Of course, tomorrow could be a big game changer anyway, because we have the non-farm payrolls economic data coming out. So depending on what happens there, that'll dictate the direction of the market. So since the sentiment on tech's been so bullish, I thought today I'd give you a watch list of some top stocks in the computer storage device sector. So let's go over there. I'll leave there on for a couple of seconds, and that way you can hit pause and write them down, do a screenshot of it or whatever you'd like. But those are some top stocks to watch in the computer storage devices. Let's go back over here real quick to to the SPX, I want to look at this 60-minute chart, as I always do. So here on the S&P 500, of course we're right here right now. We could actually push clear up into 1080. That would probably be close to around my next target level. Kind of have a inverted head and shoulders here. Doesn't mean it'll actually confirm, but kind of do. We'll see how that works out. Again, the non-farm payrolls is going to dictate which direction we head, so we'll have to wait and see the action tomorrow. So all 16 sectors that we followed finished in the green today, with the banks, biotechs, and the semis leading the way. All three indexes were up over 2.5%. The weakest sector was gold index, and it was only up 0.33% today. Let's take a look at the VIX, the volatility index. So it was down over 8% today, down $2.29 right here. The MACD is still really high. So at this point, again, I'm not sure if it's going to go lower. It could bounce back up. Again, we'll have to wait for tomorrow for the non-farm payrolls. So let's take a look at the current market signals over on the InvestSharp website. We followed the point and figure charts for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P. The Dow went back on a buy signal per the point and figure chart when it printed 10,000 today. So that leaves only the NASDAQ on a sell signal, because the S&P has never gone on a sell signal. It's remained on a buy signal the whole time. So the NASDAQ is very close, though, to printing a buy signal. So depending on the news tomorrow, maybe we'll print a buy signal on the NASDAQ and we'll have all three back on a buy signal. So let's over here and look at the point and figure charts since there's been a change. So here is the point and figure chart on the Dow. You can see right here 10,000. That put us back on a buy signal. We have to print one box ahead of a previous column of X's, which we did right here at 10,000. So our new price objective for the Dow is 10,650. Let's go over and look at the NASDAQ point and figure chart. All right, so you can see we're right here. So all we need to do is go a little higher and print 2,110 on the NASDAQ, and that will put the NASDAQ back on a buy signal. Again, we need to print one box above the previous column of X's to put us back on a buy signal. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and remember to always invest sharp.